Alright guys, we are starting this one with my pre-workout meal, and this is currently, or it will be all the time during prep. It was the last prep my go-to. This time a cream of rice with fruit, peanut or almond butter and honey, and that is it. So one thing I do now is, like, with the cream of rice, I'm shaking it. So I put first the water in, so I have a ratio like that. So I'm using like those glutinous rice flour and like usual rice flour, which is so cheap. Like a packet of that is like 26 baht, that gets me around 400 grams, and 26 baht is like, wow, it is like not even, it's like $1 or $2 or €1 or €2 for a pack, and it tastes amazing. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like the ratio is like 1 to 3, I think that should be right. So it means like when I have like 50 grams, I put 150 ml of water in, shake it, put it into this bowl, and then into the microwave for 2 minutes. Then I add like 50 grams of whey in, all of it. And yeah, and that is my pre-workout. What I'm experimenting right now is keeping my intra-workout out. And it was very interesting. I tried it out last time and the time before, and I didn't have a difference in training performance because I put like high emphasis on my pre-workout meals. So what I'm thinking is like, hey, if I have a good amount of carbs there, also somewhat of fat, what slows the digestion, and also like the way, like the energy I get throughout the session, I'm thinking like, hey, like whether having like a bigger pre-back meal in a way, which I feel helps even a little more with my sleep. So that is one thing I switched out right now, and we're going to see. This might be one thing I also, hey, I'm always changing my opinion on things, so everything I say, it's never set in stone. Like, I'm always open of like, hey, what I'm believing right now is best. 1 year from now, I might switch my opinion on that. So, pre-workout now, getting down, and then upper body session. I will film up a few movements. The physique is reaching now a new level. I'm excited. And yeah, like even on the training tips, you're going to see that. I might also, I will put a physique update in, because the last one was 7 weeks out. Now we are hitting 4 weeks out. It's going to be exciting. All right guys, that is what it looks like. And I have to tell you, the guava from 7-Eleven here, the pre-packed guava, is phenomenal. So good. Banana with almond butter on top, strawberries, strawberry banana whey as well, which just goes so nice, and 50 grams of the rice flour and 10 grams of honey with it. So that's my pre, and this will really fuel me up for that session. Guys, I was lying. I'm having a full sugar Gatorade and one zero sugar iced tea, and that's, by the way, that Oishi, like the best zero sugar iced tea here in town. I really like that one. Main reason for that is they don't have any sugar-free Gatorade today. It's out of stock, so taking in one just for the taste. I like to have something with taste during training. It's just like a personal preference in between sets, having some sips. And now we are starting with let them roast. I'm back to this grip here, like the prime one, which honestly actually feels the best. So a good old, like, I don't think it makes a major difference like using a normal V grip versus this grip, but it just feels better, like from a joint perspective as well, especially like shoulder wise. So yeah, again, like during prep especially, I want to pick movements that just feel super joint friendly in a way, which doesn't like force me into unnatural positions. So that is why, any movement I choose, it needs to feel second nature. It needs to feel super smooth, super good. I don't want to do anything that feels like a slight bit even off, because hey, leaner we get, the more fragile we get. So got to be careful with that. So 11 plates for 11 reps is the goal, full 1 reps, and then after we're doing the 40% load and just partial reps, 2 sets. Let's get into it. Alright, there's been some phenomenal phenomenal presets with it, and I still have like a good muscle feeling. That's also one point like where I know it's getting like towards like seriously shredded levels. When I have a very hard time feeling the muscle during the set, it's a sign of like getting super flat. So once you don't feel the muscles during posing, during training, that is usually a sign there's like not much glycogen in it, and still having like a good feeling and obviously somewhat of a pump is a good sign that like from a muscle fullness perspective, but also from a perspective of like how healthy you still are, means like the longer you can stay full, the healthier like you are overall. And when you get like super flat, that is also usually a sign when you like really have to dig. The physique always reflects it. Like the fresher and healthier the physique looks, the better you usually also feel. And when you start feeling like absolute horse shit, the physique reflects it. Like the physique looks flat, tired, all of it. And that's also one thing of like where I'm still in a good spot, 4 weeks out now, and dumbbell presses going down. I just do one warm up here. Like that's also one thing, like this might be a little unconventional, but on most movements I do like it depending on the movements, like 2 or 3 warm-ups, but sometimes I just do even just one warm-up because I work here with high reps. I have a spot-on technique, and intuitively I know like it's also very hot here, the environment. The only movement where I do a lot of warm-ups is like RDL. They do like up to 4 or even 5, just because my hamstring is a little more fragile, and it's like I move heavier load. And same on the pendulum or hex squat, and everything else is usually 1, 2, maximum 3 warm-ups. On average, I would say 2 warm-ups, and that is all I do. Conserving energy, right? All right. Alright guys, that is my online athlete Tay from Thailand, and you can see right here, like he really leveled up his technique. So we started off with like suboptimal technique, and now like you can see like how much more controlled everything is. He's like really moving out of the chest, keeping everything still, super controlled, and therefore you can hit like lower volume in a way and make insane amount of gains just by that. Because every single rep gets to the muscle, as you can see right here. Like stellar technique, that is like 1A. And the physique, the fast progress is just reflecting that. So it's looking awesome. And now you can see when hitting like that, like RP 10, like that was like an RP 8 to 9. And now, that's now a 10. Like he doesn't get it fully short anymore. You see his legs are shaking, all of that. This means like the tension want to go everywhere through the body, but he's holding it under fire. Good one, man.
also a big thing I changed on like lat dominant movements is that I let my scapula even do more so what it wants. So the main thing here is like I don't initiate it with my scapula, but I also don't keep it like super static, still robotic. Same thing on the presses. So the best cue here is like aiming to keep the scapula still, but still letting it do its thing. So therefore you can get the muscle fully lengthened, you can get it fully shortened. The key thing here is like stillness. You don't want to initiate it, you don't want to have extreme scapular movement, you just want to let it move freely in a way. And then let's say on upper back stuff, there you want to initiate it and keeping it like less still. And that happens automatically when you have like a wider arm path, things like that. So on lat dom stuff, when you have the arms closer to the body, it will automatically be easier to keep it still. Squeezed my balls in between that and it was quite painful. I'm giving this new thing a try with like putting a bench here, so I put my feet just on it just to make it a little bit more stable. Also more like lower chest bias, so when I put my feet here, I'm like also with here the chains around my neck, I'm more lean forward, and with that I'm more stable. So I just make sure that I don't use my legs to like push myself up, and giving that the first time today a go, and I think this will be awesome. I just did it with body weight and it felt already quite amazing. So let's go. All right, now we're doing some posing with my online client Tay. Is it your like first time posing or?
Yeah, it's my first time.
First
posing.
time?
Yeah.
That's good. So he's already like in very good shape, very good genetics. And how long we working now together? Like for
like maybe 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, 4 to 5 months. And what do you feel has improved the most during the time working together?
Especially like quads and lats.
Awesome. And like training, nutrition wise, anything what improved there? What do you feel?
The training quality is like totally different.
That's awesome.
Because like the exercise selection, the tempo, the technique is everything is improving.
Awesome. So, and you can already see some new gains since like doing that.
Yeah,
and you're training for like how long in total?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah, and I haven't been in the surplus like for 8 years.
Wow. Yeah. And this shows like even if you train 1 decade and you improve things, you can make like newbie gains out of nowhere in a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So all right, we're getting posing down now, and after I will end the video. So Physique update 4 weeks out. Physique update maybe next year, men's physique.
Yeah.
In 1 or 2 years for the WNBF.
Yeah.
When it comes also to Thailand, this would be cool. So let's go.
Alright guys, I'm tuning in here again with like the post-workout meal with Tay. Like we're having like here the restaurant, which is an amazing place in Thailand and Bangkok. It's called Get Fresh, and it shows the macros. So this meal is around 500 calories. I think that's pretty much accurate with like small rice, good amount of chicken. It has like 60 protein, 44 carbs, and like 8 fats. So it's like that's tomato kind of sauce, some salad, and like here like a watermelon shake with like 45 calories, which is like a kind of non-sugar kind of thing. And yeah, and Tay is having like a burrito bowl, which is around 700 calories, and that's a good thing of like, you can eyeball it and they tell us the macros, and you can say like, okay, that is around accurate. And I think like within a contest prep, that is fine. I would just be like making like smart options and like not eating anything which is like super hard to calculate. Like I would say sushi is always safe, things like that. And even with sushi, like you could bring your food scale and weight the sushi, and this way it's super easy. So I would have stuff like that usually, not too often. I would have them every day. Like this I have it once or twice a week, and then it's fine. So yeah, still enjoying some out of life, having a little balance. I think it's important. So we're eating now.